Harbaugh interviewed yesterday just about 7 miles down the road from me here, boys, with the Chargers. Now, I've been stating them all that he is going to leave Michigan. Now, whether or not it's the right situation, like what he's doing now, I don't know if you guys heard, but he is also using the leverage of interest from the NFL to, if he doesn't leave Michigan, he's now leveraging that into the most a coach has ever been paid in college football. Michigan apparently wants him back, and immunity from firing. Because remember, there is not one, I believe there's 2 ongoing investigations because he's shady. Okay, I'm sorry. Jim Harbaugh is a great coach, but he is shady, and there are ongoing investigations. So what he's saying is, I might take the Chargers job, I might take the Cowboys job, but I might come back here. So pay me more and offer immunity from being fired. So that's where Harbaugh stands right now, boys.
Yeah, it's a huge little piece into the equation potentially in Ann Arbor if he decides to return there. But what's your guys' gut feeling? I think he's going to the NFL. I'm just not sure which job, but the Chargers with Justin Herbert at this point in time, from my perspective, is probably the most attractive one. Because when you look at the other openings, the quarterback situation is tenuous everywhere else.
Go ahead, big guy.
Yeah, I want him to stay at Michigan, but I just don't see how he does it. He won his national title. He can cross that off the bucket list. He always wanted a Super Bowl as well, wants to go back and prove he was as good of a coach as we remember because he was forced out in San Francisco. When I look at where he's going to go, the only question is, does he want Justin Herbert, or would he rather, you're going to think I'm insane, bring in his own guy, J.J. McCarthy, at another spot?
He's dumb. He's not that
joking. I'm literally choking.
Yeah, but you know Harbaugh. He's delusional. Like
he is crazy.
I don't think he's that crazy.
If aliens came down and they were to watch J.J. McCarthy and watch Justin Herbert play, they'd say, oh, J.J. McCarthy must live on another planet than this guy because this guy's that much better.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. He is weird.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think the Raiders at 12-1 at DraftKings right now, that would be an interesting number for me because the Raiders do want to make a splash as much as I'd love Antonio Pierce to keep that job. If Jim Harbaugh is available and he can be, an offensive-minded head coach with what he brings to the table in his prep, I think you have to bring in Jim Harbaugh. The Chargers feels too obvious, and I feel like if I was going to choose between Ben Johnson and Jim Harbaugh, I actually think I'm choosing Ben Johnson, and I think if the Chargers have a choice, they'll choose Ben Johnson as well.
I disagree with you on choosing Ben Johnson over Harbaugh, only because Harbaugh is a proven coach in the National Football League. Ben Johnson's a great coordinator. Does that mean he's going to necessarily be a great coach?
No, it's a fair question. I think what you get with Jim Harbaugh is a lot of weird stuff. And I think Justin Herbert's been through enough weird. Let's just get him someone who knows how to dial up the right playbook so he can finally reach the potential we're waiting for.
What's weird about Harbaugh is, as a quarterback at Michigan, the fan base connected to him. I just got a text from a friend yesterday. He said, is Harbaugh leaving? I said, my assumption is yes. He goes, it's weird. I've never really connected with him as the head coach at Michigan, like personally. It's odd how he's transformed into this kind of savant-like character. You know what I mean? Like you can't get in there. You can't get in there.
And it'll be one of those deals, though, that when he leaves and with what just went on, as we get further and further away, I think that connection will be there and grow. Just as you look back on like how special it was, because based on who's leaving Michigan in the draft this year, it's probably not happening again next season.
But you know what the problem is in college football? The fan bases are delusional. People in Columbus were happy when Urban left. I'm like, dude, the guy was 83-9. I mean, like, come on. He never lost to Michigan. And they're like, yeah, we're happy to see him go.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.